Welcome to CC Scout 365 powered by Opus. CC Scout 365 consists of three product components: the recorder, the content manager, and last but not least, the advisor. The recorder is used for recording of the particular documentation. The recorder can be used as a Chrome add-in or Windows application. The content manager is the so-called core application, a SaaS service that stores all content. It enables the editing of the content, including versioning. It also documents which user calls which documentation how often. These analyze options make it easy to optimize the documentation stock. And last but not least, the advisor. The advisor, as an output tool, displays the support at the appropriate point in the system. The advisor therefore provides context-sensitive help exactly where it is needed. Now let's have a deeper look how the context-sensitive help appears directly in the system. In our case, it is Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. CC Scout 365 is not only fixed to NAV or AX. All Windows apps and web-based applications can be included and published accordingly. In addition to ERP, CRM or BI, Microsoft Office products can also be used. Now we click on Debtor in the ERP system. We can see that a small help node is displayed below. If you want to use this help, press the button View Document and you will see the documentation view. The document view is made available to the users via browser from the CC Scout 365 portal. We now see the documentation Create New Customer with screenshots and the corresponding content. The text contains small excerpts and screenshots and are highlighted accordingly. So the user can directly access the relevant content without having to dig through a thick manual. The content is also available in different layouts. Like here, for example, the end-user layout, in which there is still the possibility to place more detailed information, such as a process description. There's also the possibility to select different types of simulation. For example, a demo simulation. In a demo simulation, the user can lean back and watch a video of the complete process. In the interactive simulation, the user must actively click into the simulation and execute the correct process steps so that the simulation continues. The test simulation differs from the interactive version in that the markings of the processes are not included and the instructions have to be executed independently. In our case, the New button must be found and clicked before the simulation continues. After executing the test version, a corresponding evaluation of this process is also possible. Thus, CC Scout 365 could also be used as an e-learning tool. What does context-sensitive support mean? If we now click on Article, the corresponding help is displayed directly in Scout 365 Advisor. The same applies to all areas in which we have created or assigned help. This also applies to the creation of a vendor. Here as a demo version. Here you can see that also graphic elements can be integrated, like this green arrow. Now let's ask ourselves how the content created in the Scout 365 portal comes about. For this reason, we navigate to the project card where we want to create the new process documentation. Then we switch to the CC Scout 365 recorder and create the documentation Create New Project. Select the appropriate departments for which this content is to be created, and we are already done. This selection list is freely editable. With this step, the documents can be assigned to the departments afterwards as well. You can also create application lists including the functional areas so that we can make target group-oriented assignments afterwards. For example, Mr. Miller from purchasing only needs to know how to create projects in Business Central, not how to configure the production groups. Finally, we select the language. Now click on the Rec button to start the recording. All further interactions are recorded in the background. Now we click on Create a New Project, store the description and all other header information in the project card. Then we assign another project task number. And so we finish our short demonstration creating a new project. The recorder has now received 11 interactions. When we finish the recording, the material is transferred to the online portal and the content is opened in the editor. We can now navigate step by step through the process. Process steps that are not needed can also be simply deleted, such as clicking the Minimize button. We can also change screenshots individually or add objects. If we have now revised our help, we can save it. The next step is to make our process documentation available to all users. So we publish our process, Create a New Project. Now our edit version 0.4 becomes a release main version 1.0. With CC Scout 365, we help you to become more successful. use our onboarding support, our advanced trainings, or our project management services. Alright, that's the end of our little demo. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.